Right now at 6, an Unalaska teen posts bond after allegedly robbing a Northside home at gunpoint and nearly killing one of the victims. And families hope to take a dip in municipal pools this summer, but Parks and Rec departments in La Crosse and around the state are struggling to hire a full staff of lifeguards.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We will get to those stories in just a bit, but first, breaking this afternoon, a 31-year-old Onalaska woman is arrested in connection to the death of her 6-year-old son in the town of Medarie. Josie Dykeman faces a charge of first-degree intentional homicide referred by police in 6-year-old Alex Xavier Pedron's death. The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office says the charge comes after a thorough investigation alongside the state's Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation and the La Crosse County District Attorney's Office. Dykeman will appear in court at 1:30 p.m. on Monday. Sheriff Siegel and potentially DA Tim Granke will hold a press conference that day. Dykeman was previously convicted of child neglect causing bodily harm back in 2013. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. I forgot to introduce myself this evening. In other crime-related news tonight, 17-year-old Ephraim Coe is out of jail after posting a $5,000 cash bond. The Onalaska teen faces charges of attempted homicide and armed robbery. Police say Coe robbed an Avon Street home at gunpoint. At one point during the altercation, allegedly kicked one victim to the ground and strangled him. Police say when the victim fought back, Coe fired a gun, but the bullet did not hit anyone. Prosecutors today asked Judge Ramona Gonzalez to set a $10,000 bond because they say Coe fled to Indiana after the incident and is a flight risk. Coe's attorney says Coe is a good student with no priors, and she added Coe left soon after the incident to travel with a family member who is seeking citizenship in Georgia, and they stopped for a night in Indiana. Coe eventually turned himself into police. Gonzalez set a $5,000 cash bond today. Coe will also be under GPS house arrest and cannot have any contact with the victims. His preliminary hearing is set for May 26th. The suspects from an April gun store robbery appeared in court today. The three main suspects are accused of robbing the Smoking Gun in Rockland back on April 25th. Investigators reported 41 guns missing from the store after the robbery. Authorities have since recovered half of those missing guns. One of the defendants, Robert Benson Jr., was given a $10,000 signature bond under the condition he wears a GPS monitor device. The state had originally asked for a $100,000 cash bond. With summer around the corner, many people are ready to spend some time relaxing in the water, but staffing shortages may impact what pools are open in the La Crosse area. News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to city officials who say low wages is part of the problem.
Ken, pools across the nation have faced lifeguard shortages for roughly 3 years now. Many pools never reopened after the pandemic. Those that are open can't pay lifeguards competing wages. When the gates to the pools open, for many, that's the official sign that summer is here.
I've been struggling a little bit.
These pools can't function without a few key employees.
Finding lifeguards for the Northside pool specifically.
Aquatics coordinator for the city of La Crosse, Gabe Flatmeyer, says Erickson and Memorial pools are staffed, but he's struggling to hire lifeguards for the Northside pool.
So I think maybe some people don't know that there's a pool back on the Northside. Other of our staff don't want to work over there because their friends all work at a different pool and they want to stick mostly with where their friends are.
He's not the only one. According to the American Lifeguard Association, a lifeguard shortage has affected over 1/3 of pools nationwide.
We need staff, so we move them where we need them to go.
Pay is one of the reasons many pools are struggling to hire staff.
Currently, lifeguards are starting at $11 per hour. Head lifeguards are starting at $13 per hour.
Flatmeyer says many college students and older adults are choosing to work part-time at places that pay more.
We aren't able to keep up with other local businesses and stores that are paying a lot higher. Really, the thing we have going for us is that it's outside and it's in the fun.
Flatmeyer says La Crosse Pools is still looking for roughly 10 to 15 lifeguards, but community members can expect the pools to open their doors on June 3rd. Flatmeyer says increasing lifeguard wages is something his department is looking into. Ken?
Thanks very much, Dua. Milwaukee, Madison, and Green Bay are just a few of the cities in the state that have raised their lifeguard wages to roughly $16 an hour. Well, now that we're talking about all this pool action, it seems just about appropriate to talk some warm weather this weekend with Eric Dean.
That's right, Ken. I tell you what, we're going to go back into the 70s. Today, some places struggle to even hit 60. Take a look at this. Highs for today. Marshfield only made it to 57. Winona only made it to 59. Preston only made it to 57. Decorah made it to 59. And then mid-60s from Prairie du Chien over towards Boscobel, and right now we're seeing temperatures still in the 50s and 60s. 57 in Decorah, Double Nichols in Preston, 59 Winona, 59 Eau Claire, 52 in Ladysmith, 58 in Sparta, 56 in Volk Field. Prairie du Chien, good evening to you guys. You're at 60 degrees. Here's a look at the timeline for the next several hours. We're going to stay in the 50s until we get to the overnight hours. We'll drop into the mid 40s. Some places will go into the upper 30s for the overnight low. The radar scan, we have a clean sweep across the area. This is going to get a break as we go into the next several days. As a ridge of high pressure will be in control, it'll do two things, Ken. It's going to bring us plenty of sunshine, and it will warm us back up. Some places getting into the 80s for next week.
Oh boy.
We'll talk about that coming up in the First Warn forecast in a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
All right, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has signed a gun control measure into law today. Walz was joined by Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan and former Congresswoman and gun safety advocate Gabby Giffords. The law consists of two parts in Minnesota. It creates a red flag law allowing family members, spouses, roommates, or law enforcement to ask a court to suspend someone's access to guns if a judge determines. And second, it expands background checks to private gun transfers.
Issues that we will sign today are two very simple, common sense issues that have been being asked to be debated here at the Capitol for decades.
Minnesota Republicans accuse Democrats of sneaking the measures into the public safety bill, while gun safety advocates say it is a year-long effort. The Minnesota House this week is also discussing a comprehensive bill aimed at addressing both climate change and environmental issues. The proposed bill includes a ban on the forever chemicals known as PFAS in consumer products, funding for cleaning up waterways contaminated with PFAS, and incentives for renewable energy adoption. The bill also covers topics such as fishing license fees, boat licensing, and rebates for electric vehicles and heat pump installations. State Republicans criticize the bill for potential job loss and increased energy costs, while Democrats argue it presents climate solutions and makes the state more competitive to get Inflation Reduction Act funding. Some La Crosse firefighters are being called heroes this week after saving a flag that belonged to a World War II veteran. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the story. Good evening, Jeremy.
Ken, a fire burned inside a Caledonia Street home last month. The blaze destroyed nearly everything except the flag. According to Thomas Spa, whose mother and brother lived in that home you see there, the fire was possibly caused by an electrical issue in the attic. Flames burned the flag, but it was able to be saved. Captain Cole Dobler knew they would lose the item and offered to replace it. Dobler declined an interview, but Spa shares why, this is so vital and why he was surprised by this.
I guess I didn't expect them to save anything in the fire, but the firefighters seen it and they put it out and kind of put it off to the side so they could finish fighting the fire.
Spa says he plans to retire the original flag at the American Legion, or VFW, and he hopes to eventually get his mother into an assisted living and sell the lot her house is on. Ken.
Jeremy Wall reporting. Thank you very much. Spa is also having a GoFundMe for his mother and brother. Anyone interested can head to our website where we will post more information. Still ahead, a quest to learn some history and win some prizes. Logan High School students are scouring downtown La Crosse, including right here at News 8, to rack up some competitive points.
Taco John's new double beef and potato quesadilla is so filling, it'll have you speaking double. Double seasoned beef, crispy potato olays. 5 melty cheeses, double beef olay. New ultra filling double beef and potato quesadilla for a limited time at Taco John's.
Get 11% off all your automotive needs at Menards. Pennzoil Synthetic Motor Oil offers better fuel economy and protects your engine to keep you on the road. A 5-quart jug of Pennzoil Motor Oil is just $15.99 after rebate. Never let your small engine equipment run out of power with True Fuel. It's pre-mixed to save you time and delivers superior performance. Pick up a can of pre-mixed True Fuel for just $17.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
And action!
Get up to 50% off list prices on hundreds of items
at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Incredible deals, like this recliner, free when you purchase the reclining sofa, or these incredible beds, both at our lowest price ever, or this beefy recliner marked way down. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $375, or $499 gets you a Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Plus, we'll throw in a 7-piece bedding bundle free, up to 50% off at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
With most value menus, more cheese means spending more cheddar. But Taco John's Valuest menu isn't most value menus. Now get our Nacho Crunch Burrito with chicken for just $3. Or get it with beef for just $2.
Only on the Valuest menu at Taco John's.
That's a good look outside through CityCam 8. Well, hey, look, Logan High School students have embarked on a quest to learn some lacrosse history today. About 200 Rangers roamed the downtown streets for the school's annual history scavenger hunt. Students broke into small teams and all had to use a set of clues, questions, and puzzles to both solve and then earn some points. The teams with the most points win some donated prizes. Now, those clues and assignments brought them all over downtown, including right here at News 8 Now. Look at them interacting with Derek Sibley, our morning meteorologist. The La Crosse Public Library, UWL, La Crosse Historical Society, and downtown Main Street all volunteer to help make that scavenger hunt possible. A UW La Crosse band director is releasing an album. News 8 Now's Anna Fisher joins us live in studio with the details. Good evening, Anna.
That's right, Ken. I had the pleasure of working with John Ilabuni as my band director at UWL. Now he's taking his musicianship to the next level. Today, Ilabuni came out with his first original album, You Are Not Alone. Written during the pandemic, the album works to bring musical relief to anyone who is struggling. The 10-track album features traditional and modern jazz influences, as well as Arabic, gospel, and even Radiohead. Ilabuni says despite the album's somber roots, the music is anything but.
Instead of an album about kind of a depressing album that is reflecting on the hardships of the pandemic, it's more of a celebration of trying to make people feel good and that kind of emotional catharsis that we all look for in music.
Ilabuni is hosting an album release party from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. this Saturday at the Capella Performing Arts Center. And we'll have more information on that tonight at 10 and on our website at news8000.com. Ken, back to you.
It's Anna Fisher reporting. Thank you so much, Anna. You Are Not Alone is available to listen on any streaming platform right now. Well, we've got some special events to help plan your weekend right after this.
They will be in the 70s for Saturday and Sunday in La Crosse, mid to upper 70s in Eau Claire. But look at this, sunny skies across the board. I'll have the first warn forecast coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Find sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, recliners, dining, and more. Plus 12 months interest-free financing. These deals only last through Memorial Day weekend, as we will be closed on Memorial Day to remember and honor our nation's heroes. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale. Going on now.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Diapers in politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. term limits pledge. Term limits action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
All right, tonight at La Crosse's Riverside Park, the Salvation Army is hosting Party in the Park. The event started at 5 and is free and open to the public. The Salvation Army, Quick Trip, and Gillette Pepsi are offering free food and drinks. Kids can also enjoy a Red Kettle bounce house, and Andy Hughes is performing some live music. Visitors are encouraged to stick around for a chance at the grand prize. Northside Elementary and Cooley Montessori students are putting more than 1,600 hand-grown plants up for sale these next couple of days. The second annual plant sale was open until 6 today, but it opens back up tomorrow from 9 to noon if you missed it at Northside Elementary today. The students are offering everything from houseplants and vegetable starters to creative artwork, and the proceeds will all go to the school's greenhouse project. Several Viroqua organizations and first responders are collaborating on a major fundraiser coming up Sunday. They're hosting the first annual Kickball for the Fur Babies at 2 p.m. at Sunday at the Viroqua Park Bowl. The Viroqua Fire Department, Police Department, Vernon County Sheriff's Department, Viroqua Parks and Rec, and Driftless Humane Society are all going to play each other in a series of kickball games. Now, there's no entry fee, but donations like dog and cat food, chew toys, peanut butter, and blankets are encouraged. Concessions and a UTV raffle will also be available. We'll have more information on our website. And tomorrow, the Cooley Region Tennis Association is celebrating National Tennis Month with a Let's Tennis Carnival. They're hosting a mix of kids drills and adult tournaments running from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow at the Green Island courts. And kicking off the day is a tournament featuring yours truly, Bill Grawl, Rob Schiff, and Eric Dean. We will be playing some doubles matches against Gunderson, Viterbo University staff, La Crosse Fire Department, and La Crosse City Hall. And before we took this camera shot, Eric Dean was working on his forehand and off camera. So he's jacked about it.
Well, that's right. And of course, you know, like I said, I may have an advantage. I'm left-handed.
Yes.
So as long as nobody stands on this side of me, Bill Grawl, I think we will be okay.
I'm looking forward to it. And I hear we're going to get some decent weather for it.
Right. I think our competition should be shaking a little bit.
Ooh.
So
I think words right there.
I know. Stay tuned to see who wins this one.
Yeah, right.
All right. Yeah, plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s to low 70s. Take a look here at CityCam. We have a mixture of sun and clouds out there, making for a beautiful start to the week. And numbers for today, we made it to 61. We only moved 10 degrees. Our diurnal cycle. I will try saying that 5 times fast. Diurnal cycle was only 10 degrees today. 73 and 51, so that 51 is where we should be for this time of year anyway. 73 is where we should be. On the high end, 96 was the record high set back in 1934. You ever get the feeling, Ken, you're a little bit short? There we go. I'm getting a little bit of confidence. 32 was the record low set back in 1929. Eau Claire, you made it to 60 after a morning start of 46. 71 and 46 is where you should be for this time of year. La Crosse right now, you're at 61 degrees. Feels like 61. Humidity's at 46% with winds out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. We have a little bit of a gust, gusting as high as 22 miles per hour. Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You're at 59 degrees out there with cloudy skies. Humidity just under half 100 at 49% with winds out of the north at 14 miles per hour. Hey, across the area right now in the 50s and 60s. 60 in Prairie du Chien, otherwise 56 in Viroqua, 58 Sparta, 58 in Black River Falls, 59 Eau Claire, 52 in Ladysmith. Double Nichols, 55 is the current temperature in Preston, and we're substantially cooler, between 10 to 18 degrees cooler across the viewing area at this hour. Now, we will go back into the 70s for tomorrow, but right now we have that northerly wind that is in play. That's what's kept us cool throughout the day. All right, when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s and 40s will greet you. We'll see mostly clear skies. Upper 30s towards Stanley as well as Medford. Sparta, you'll go to 38. New Albany will go to 45. 43 will be the overnight low in Prairie du Chien. We have a clean sweep on the radar scan, and this is going to get a break for the next several days. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover out there at this hour, but here's that area of low pressure that's in control right now, and we're on the back end of this. So as long as we stay on the back end of this, that wind is going to stay out of the north and the northwest. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the forecast for tomorrow. We'll see temperatures going back into the upper 60s, low 70s, making for a gorgeous day. We'll see plenty of sunshine across the area. We're going to go to 71 in La Crosse, and here's how we get there. We'll start the day off with temperatures going into the upper 40s, low 50s by 8 a.m. We'll go to 69 by the 2 o'clock hour, upper 60s, low 70s by the 6 o'clock hour. And look at this, folks. The precip chances, non-existent, making for a beautiful Saturday. If you like today, just take that keyboard, hit copy and paste, and you get Sunday. We'll see mostly sunny skies for Sunday with a high of 74. Ditto for Monday, 80s for Tuesday with sunny skies. Ditto Wednesday, ditto Thursday, ditto Friday, and ditto Saturday.
Yeah, kind of sense a common theme.
Ditto.
Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Coming up next in sports, the Brewers look to right the ship against the best team in the majors. Plus, UW La Crosse baseball taking advantage of home field advantage in regionals this morning. Rob is in next.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Selling your car yourself can take weeks. Selling to an online reseller takes days. Selling your car to Doll Auto takes 30 minutes. Bring your title and keys and leave with a check. Doll Auto, simple.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Shop top manufacturers like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and Stressless. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Now, during the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot. Shut up.
On GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
The service departments at the Doll Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Doll Auto, simple.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's playoff time for the UWL baseball team, and the squad doesn't have to travel too far. Eagles getting the chance to host their regional right here in La Crosse, and deservedly so. A 31-9 record for UWL up to this point. Eagles are ranked 13th in the country on the D3 Top 25 poll, and their journey toward a national title began this morning. Let's go to Copeland Park. Eagles in action bright and early today, hosting Bethany Lutheran. It's already 3-0 UWL in the third. Eagles still hungry for more. Tim Erlaub shoots one the other way. It's going to load the bases. Jordan Williams chopper to third. is going to bring home another run for the Eagles. That makes it 4-0 Lacrosse. But the story in this one was the man on the mound, Isaiah Katz, dealing all day long in the fourth. Katz strikes out the side in order. It's still 4-0. Then top 5. Vikings get a leadoff double, but Katz buckles down, gets back-to-back Ks. Then a little grounder to short is going to end the thread here. Eagles out of a jam in the 5th. Let's head to the 7th now. Vikings threatening again, 2 in scoring position, but Katz does it again. He ends his outing with an exclamation point. 12th strikeout on the day, 7 scoreless for Katz, and the Eagles adding some insurance in the bottom of the inning. It's Erlaub again, this time finding a hole on the left side. That gets through for a base hit. Ty Hamilton scores to make it 6-0 Eagles, and they get the shutout win at home. 10-0 the final. UWL will play in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 2:30. On to pro baseball now. Brewers will be south this weekend, taking on the best team in the league, Tampa Bay. Milwaukee dropped 2 out of 3 in St. Louis earlier this week, but the Brewers are still a game ahead of Pittsburgh for first place in the NL Central. We'll have highlights of this one coming up at 10. And one of the NFL's all-time greatest running backs, Jim Brown, passed away Thursday night at the age of 87. Brown is widely considered one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. He's the only player in NFL history to average more than 100 yards rushing per game for his career. When he retired, he held the record for carries, rushing yards, and touchdowns. Interesting fact about Brown. Ironic that Kate had this story yesterday about the sport of lacrosse.
Yeah.
He's regarded by the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame as the greatest lacrosse player ever.
No kidding.
Yeah, at Syracuse, he was, there's statues of him everywhere. That's when I found out about his history of playing the sport.
Right.
Obviously, lacrosse doesn't have the national acclaim.
Sure.
But that's why he pursued football. But he could have done both.
Yeah, quite a talent and quite a legend.
Yep.
Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
Ashley's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Get up to 50% off Spotlight deals. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. And ask how to receive a $100 Visa prepaid card. Only at Ashley.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save $1,000 on select Sealy mattresses and get $100 instant savings on Ashley Sleep adjustable base sets. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
The next 8 days keeps us in the 70s for Saturday. Like I said, copy and paste for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what? I could seriously just tape today's forecast and just take a vacation this week.
Well, next week. Okay, cool. Because we do need you tomorrow for the
right,
tennis
the tennis thing.
Okay.
I'm practicing.
We'll see you tonight at 10, everybody.